So we
That's
keep
it.
moving to do what we need to do to provide that kind of a platform for everyone to just come and fuck with us and come and
Really.
chill, you know what I mean? And artists to come perform and influencers to do their thing. Whether you're a promoter, a podcast, a performer,
Yep.
model, it don't matter. We bringing everybody together, and we're
Yeah.
trying to do that in every
Love
market
that.
that we tap in.
Man.
What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
Serpo Jr. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and go on and tell a friend. And make sure you hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? So you get notified when all this dope content drop for you.
Yes, please believe. Make sure you do that. And we want to thank everybody that tap in and tune in with us. Please keep doing that. Share with your friends. Get it out there, though. You know what I mean? And we got a special guest in the house tonight. We got the homeboy, the founder of Smokin-Loud, the homie Mike Justice.
Ba, 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 ba,
Hey, man, how you doing, bro?
Hey, thank you guys for having me on your platform. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, my name is Mike Justice, Bakersfield, California, in the house.
Bakersfield
right,
in the house,
right.
man. And we thank you for stopping through, man. For sure, for sure. And before we jump into the show, we always do the best way to smoke tip. So when we have a guest, we ask the guest, get the people your best way to smoke tip.
So I'm gonna give you guys the tip right now. The best way to smoke before this whole interview podcast happens. Get your blunt, gut that motherfucker up, pack it up,
Period.
roll it, light it, and smoke it.
Man,
That's what I'm gonna say right there.
that's the
Gut that
best
shit,
way.
roll that shit, like that shit, and smoke that shit.
That's the best
You
way
know
to
what I'm
smoke.
talking about.
That's right.
We ain't no strangers over here. You know?
Everything.
That's right.
On everything. And if you think about it though, that's the OG way to smoke.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? That's
That's how we
that's
grew
the old school way to
Hey,
smoke.
hey, when you go back to that old school way, you know what I'm saying? Once you mastered the like the little pop, you know what I'm saying? Like pop, 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 all the way
It's
down.
right.
That shit straight.
It just
Hey,
goes from
yeah.
there.
Hey, you know what's even better is when you do it one-handed, bro.
Oh
Learn-
yeah. You feel like you
That's when you graduated. That's when you
You're
graduated.
top notch.
But we
Oh.
ain't telling y'all, we ain't telling y'all our
One-handed?
ages and shit.
Bro,
though.
I'm
we
telling
just
you.
know what we doing.
Oh,
Shit,
everything.
you feel
Oh,
accomplished
everything.
like a motherfucker. Like, I learned this.
You don't even need no shit.
That's right.
Oh man, so yeah, that's definitely a dope tip, man. So tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, where you grew up at. We already know you said Bakersfield, so tell everybody about growing up in Bakersfield and where you
Yeah.
found your love for cannabis at.
Okay, I grew up in the east side of Bakersfield.
Side?
Ain't the best upbringing, but one thing it always taught me was just to be myself
That's it.
at all days, at all times, at all. So when growing up, weed played a big role in my life though, is because my grandpa was the OG, blazing out all day.
Okay.
I started blazing early on. I'm
Yeah.
talking like 10 years old, just because I didn't even know I was smoking weed. I was grabbing roaches from my grandpa's fucking ashtray,
Huh.
right? Cigarette. I was thinking those cigarettes, but
Right.
Okay.
so that's
Sick of weed.
Cig of weed.
Cigar weed.
And
Is that what your grandfather called it? Did he call him like, "Oh, this is my cigarette"? You
yeah,
know,
he
like
would
to
call
hide
it a
from the
cigarette.
kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he used to roll them, like, in prison they would roll, they roll the
Sick of
joints.
weed.
Yeah, they roll the buglers. You know
Okay.
them niggas?
Yeah.
So I was thinking I was smoking cigarettes, but then that's how I started up, when I was little. But then again, I didn't really start blazing until I was really like probably 14 years old, 15 years old. Is when
Yeah.
I started getting
Really,
into-
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
like on my own.
Like you know what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Hitting
I know what
up,
I'm doing
yeah,
now.
my homies and shit, buying my weed and doing that. So, but that's when I first ever took a hit, was as a little kid. But then growing up, boom, later on, I
that
started
shit
blazing
count.
now.
That
Yeah,
shit
yeah, it
count.
does.
You start smoking
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't no stranger to me to blaze. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I've been doing this shit my whole life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, that's how but then I got into the cannabis type of thing, right? Later on, I started out as an MC, rapping and shit, right?
Right.
Doing music, recording music, doing shows was the main thing. I started seeing how shows were being ran. It was like a whole process, really.
Okay.
I didn't just come into this intentionally. It just fell into what I was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I come from the background of doing shows and performing a lot. So when I was younger, in my early 20s, I was rapping at all the shows, doing
Yeah.
my thing on stage, all the underground shows, and then just started leveling up. Then you start meeting people, and then hey, we're introduced to this type of network, this market, and then you get into that. So getting into the cannabis industry was kind of recent, to be honest, like 4 years ago type of shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I spent a good portion of my time though doing shows just strictly for the music.
That's right.
Even though everybody was blazing everywhere
Right,
we went,
right. But that
it
wasn't the
wasn't
thing.
based
Yeah.
around cannabis. It was based around just music, performing and doing that. So I got into it doing that, throwing shows and performing at them. And then later on, it came into the factor of because I got the idea one day. I was like, man, I see all these things happening in other cities,
Yeah.
weed, cannabis based shows, right? And I go, well, fuck, I want to do it out here.
Yeah.
I see like there was a couple things going on already in Bakersfield, but I wanted to like take it to another level because I'm always thinking bigger than my expectations, to
Right.
be
You're
honest.
supposed to.
Yeah.
Is
As
that where you
should.
threw your first cannabis event at? Was Bakersfield?
Yeah.
Right at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've done before it was Smokin-Loud, it was actually something else where I didn't even have a name for it. I was just
Okay.
doing it at
Putting it
cannabis
together.
cannabis shops because they let me use their parking lot
Yeah.
or whatever.
Like,
you
y'all
know.
pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull up. Like, we gotta call this something, you know?
But it was cool because it was like I got love from different these weed shops that were letting me use their spot, right? And then I started getting like, well, I want to bring this other shop involved, the other shop. And you know, so I started like, this could go somewhere. I already
It's
know
like pandemic time,
this is before.
like right before.
This
He
was
said,
like
I'm not new to this. I'm
probably
true to
like
this.
2017, 18, I want
Okay.
to say.
Oh,
Yeah. A little
Yeah.
bit
That's right.
before,
So I was doing small shit
Yeah.
at just weed shops, literally in their parking lot.
that's what's up.
So just throwing them, just getting people to go there. I get the lineup ready, you know, do the whole coordinate everything, get somebody to come headline, all that shit. Have a dab bar set up. But I didn't even really know what I was doing because this is just what I do. I like to coordinate shit. I like to coordinate events. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
So when I was doing that, I didn't realize what was happening slowly. It started becoming, people started asking me, hey, throw another one.
Yeah.
Throw another one. So I'm over here looking for weed shops that will let me throw one at their spot.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, oh, well, whatever, you know, whatever reason.
Regulations, right? All kind of
Yeah, you know what I mean? So when I did the first Smokin-Loud, that was in a parking lot of a restaurant. But I hit up dude and I was like, hey, I need to rent out your spot for the day. I got this event that I want to throw, but it was a cool little size parking lot. So I was like, I need to use the parking lot, not your restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
I
right.
need
Just the
I need
space.
space.
Yeah.
I need
space.
space.
For real. So that was the first Smokin-Loud. And
Huh.
but before that, it graduated into Smokin-Loud, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I started out at weed shops.
Right.
For it to be that right there, like, you know what I'm saying, for Bakersfield, you know what I'm saying, for you
Yeah.
to go to your first Smokin-Loud, they see you, you know what I'm saying, going to little weed shops, trying to coordinate, get this together, and they see you bringing the city together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, do you feel like Smokin-Loud was like a glue factor in Bakersfield, you know what I'm saying, to bring the city together?
Yeah, I really do. Like I said, like it started out as it wasn't named Smokin-Loud yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, one day I was just sitting in my living room and I was like, you know what, I got to think of a name because I was like doing these little things at the shops. And I was like, I have to take it further. The only way to take it further is think of a dope name to
Right.
That's right.
brand it and then boom. And
Push it.
so I didn't want to just call it like a sesh or call it like that. I was like, I
Right.
got to make it something. And it just clicked in my head, Smokin-Loud.
That's
Yeah.
hard too, though.
That's
That's
it,
hard.
it is.
And I said without the G on purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, right.
Smoking.
Oh, I can
Loud.
see it.
So
Oh, everything.
let me ask
Hey,
let me ask you this. So that first parking lot that you threw
Mhm.
your like next level like event in, how big was that? About how many vendors did you have? Like
Honestly, okay, so that first one, I could literally count on about 10 vendors.
okay.
10 vendors.
Okay.
And I had a cool little VIP spot in the restaurant because it was 2 stories. So on the bottom was just a regular restaurant. And they even told me, they're like, you're not just you'll do your event, but we're still running our restaurant for the day. But you could use our upstairs area for your VIP, right?
that was cool.
So I was like, all right,
Okay.
we'll do that. But they had regular customers in there eating, doing whatever. But then they would walk out and be like, what the? What's going on in the
Yeah.
parking lot?
I've been so excited coming out
hell
of dinner.
Yeah,
Hey,
come out.
for real.
Yeah.
It was
Or
Man,
going
it
into
was lit.
dinner, you
and
know.
smoke some loud.
Mm.
It was
That's
lit.
right.
I had the stage brought in. I had all my DJs roll over there. I had all the vendors come up. It wasn't a lot, but it was it was the birth of something. Is what I
Right.
could
It
say.
most
Hell
definitely.
yeah.
It was that
Most
first
So,
step.
and
That
then
second step. You
yeah,
know?
exactly. So then after that, when the event finished, the next day, I had like a lot of people texting me or calling me, bro. Are you gonna do another one? Are you gonna do another one? I'm like, yeah, but I
I
want
have
to do it
to.
bigger.
Yep. That's what
I
you want
want
to
to
hear.
do it bigger though. That's
Yeah.
because I was happy. I'm satisfied, but I'm the type of person like I always see something for what it could be
Could be,
bigger.
yeah,
I
for
never
sure,
just
for
settle
sure.
for that and like, oh, it was cool. It was cool. It was a
Yeah.
good ass time. People loved it. But I in my head, being the coordinator, I'm like, I could have done better. I
Yeah.
could have done bigger.
Yeah.
I could have done
Yeah.
something like
Sometimes you
but
always your biggest critic.
I
Yeah.
have to work with the space I had at that time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I was just like, and this opportunity came up to use their spot. So I was like, all right, if they're giving me their parking lot, I'm gonna make the best of it. We
Yeah.
did that, and then boom,
Yeah.
So then that's when I was like, all right, we gotta level up for the next one.
Yeah.
And that's when I got a bigger venue. And I
Yeah.
was like, we're gonna fill this up with vendors,
Yeah.
whoop, whoop. And then that's where Betty Crocker comes in.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Betty
Shout
Crocker.
out
Yeah.
Betty.
Shout out Betty,
Shout-
man. That's the
shout out,
homegirl.
Yes, big
Yeah.
shout out to
Yeah.
Betty.
And yeah, the last Smoking Loud that we went to, that shit was cracking, man.
Yeah.
And from where you
I
say it
enjoyed it.
was, because like we didn't go to the first one,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But to say, how you say it was, you could count how many vendors was there, and then to see the growth, because
Yeah.
we was at the
Gang of
last one.
vendors
Yeah,
at
it
the
was a
last
whole
one.
bunch of people.
It was
How many
power.
vendors did you have at your last one?
Shit.
I
About.
don't know. Like
Give or take. He's like, they just
I
kept
don't
pulling up.
Yeah.
they were, I don't know. I want to say like probably like a good 30, maybe 30,
Okay.
40 vendors.
Yeah, for
From 10
sure,
to
for sure.
30.
40 vendors.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it's more. It
How
was
big
more
I
than
think
was
it's
30.
more.
It was more than
I
30.
think
Oh,
you're
what
being
was it?
generous. You know what I'm saying? I think
It
it was
probably
kind of
was.
more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you
You have to
modest,
bust up
you.
in that. You have to put in that joint. You know what I'm
Being all
saying?
modest
And
over
you
here.
different food.
I have this natural thing to be humble. Like,
Yeah,
seriously,
yeah.
I don't know what it is. but
Man,
it's
that
just-
motherfucker was popping.
Yeah,
That
I don't-
motherfucker was
Yeah,
popping.
so stay tuned and tap in with them, and when them events come up, man, go get your tickets and
So-
tap in.
Man.
So go ahead and tell them. I know you have another one coming up. When's it at? When is your
January 13th in
Okay.
downtown LA at the Wall Street venue. We're posting all that up on our social media, the address and location. If you don't see it, just DM us. One of us, the word is gonna start, rolling out where it's gonna be at. But yeah, we got a cool spot for that. A good venue out there. It's indoor, outdoor, so it's gonna be like a warehouse setting, but there's also like a good size area in the outdoor area for our food vendors and stuff like that. So we're definitely planning to keep going. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stopping no time soon. So that's what
Yeah.
and like I said, like with the first one, boom, the second one comes up. We did that one. The third one came up. We killed it with the third one. Like this last one in May, right? Like you
Yeah.
guys were saying, right?
It was cracking, man.
Yo,
Homie,
it was
G
dope.
Malone was the
Yeah.
headliner. Yeah.
Yeah.
MC8, shout out to
MC8
MC8.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, glasses.
Compton
Low.
in the house. Yeah.
Hey.
Yo, they showed.
That's a whole hub and a dub right
Yeah,
there.
Compton
You know what I
Watts.
mean?
Yeah.
Hey, and they showed hella love, and especially the OG MCA. I can't thank him enough because he showed real love. And he
for
said
sure.
I was on a phone call with them in the studio one time, and I was talking with their team, and they're like, "Yo, we see what's going on with this. That's dope. We're gonna fuck with you on this." And then
Yeah.
that's how we made that happen because they saw the vision, and that's one thing that I have to like really like focus in on when I'm explaining this to people. Some don't get it, some do.
Yeah.
And it's like this is a bigger picture. This is a
Right.
bigger vision going on. It's not just some little thing we're trying to throw and just, okay, you guys had a good time. We'll see you at the next. It's like we're trying to build this up to be what it needs to be. And that's what we're gonna do no matter what.
That's right.
And that's just how it is. I can't stop it. My mind won't let me stop, so I can't stop. You know what I mean? I go by this and my heart. That drives me. Me as a person, man,
Yeah.
I see all the obstacles I got to overcome for this
Man.
shit. I got to deal with so many personalities. I got to deal with all kinds of different people. Everybody has different perspectives. Everybody has different opinions, right? But in my head, I'm just like, this is going to happen no matter what. So I got
That's
to
right.
adapt to
Yeah.
everything that's happening in front of me. And that's how I do what I do.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So like, tell us what part Betty play in Smoking Loud though.
Okay, so Betty came in the picture with some other co-business partners that we had at the time, right? She got in. She's Betty. She got her
Mhm.
rep going on,
For
right?
Yeah.
sure. Yep.
To be honest, I was like, when I did the first Smoking Loud, um, I didn't even like I knew who she was, but I didn't know she was from Bakersfield. I honestly thought she was from somewhere else, like another city or
Right.
something.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't know. So I just did that one, just doing it because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to throw a weed festival. So
Yeah.
whoop, whoop. And then she got in contact with some people that I was working with, and then they're like, Betty Crocker. I'm like, she's from here?
Hmm.
Yeah, she's from Bakersfield. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't know. I seen her
That's
on
right.
Instagram.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? I didn't know she was from Bakersfield because she
Right.
promotes what she's
Okay.
doing. So she's
Mhm.
about her business. No,
Yep.
she ain't saying, "Oh, I'm from Bakersfield all day."
Bakersfield. Right.
She
She's
just
like, we
working.
in Vegas today.
She's
we in
she's
Long Beach
working.
today.
Yep.
We in
She
LA
worked.
today.
That's
She's
why
going.
I
Get it,
didn't
girl.
know.
That's right.
Yep.
Get
Yep.
it, girl.
So then when we got linked up, and then she knew the assignment before I even had to say anything to her about my vision. She had her own vision.
Yeah.
But we just came together and it just like clicked like
Word.
smooth.
add.
I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
She just knew what to do. And I was like, you already Smoking Loud? She's like, that's dope. I fuck with that. I want to fuck with that.
Mm.
And then I gave her the okay, the green light. Let's
Yeah.
run it up. She ran that shit up.
Ran it
Yes.
up.
Sure.
Ooh, I
Sure.
couldn't keep up with her.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what I mean? And I
That's
come
dope.
from this event coordinating background.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I put like 10 years into this, and she's been doing events though. Don't
Yeah,
get me
she
wrong.
has. Yep.
But her coordinating this with me, I'm like,
Yeah.
you just know what to do without
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
Usually that's my problem when I bring people on the team. I have to explain to them what to do every day.
Right.
Hey, make sure you're doing. I don't with her. She's ahead of me. Like
Yeah.
I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this.
She saw the vision and came to add to it.
Oh,
That's the
really?
thing.
Oh, she highlighted
Yep.
it like a mother.
Right. You
Yep.
know.
Like,
So
and to speak to that, I just got to it because it's like for the whole Smoking Loud team for to bring it together. It's like for the vendors there and the people there, and I want to shout out Marty Grimes too, because that's the first time I ever
for
seen
sure.
that 1 pound little
The
joint
Marty
shit.
Missile.
Marty Missile.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Marty
Yep.
Missile.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like if
Yeah.
you follow, you know what I'm saying, you fuck with us, you know what I'm saying, best way to Smoking Loud, you would know that the vendors, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know what I'm saying, put
that's
in
love,
on that.
bro.
You know
That
what I'm
was
saying? Just
love,
like I
bro.
put in on this, yeah, we got that, you know what I'm saying, we got that. But everybody, you know what I'm saying, to enjoy themselves.
That was
You know what I'm saying?
dope.
So I'm saying that to shout out Smoking Loud, Betty, and the Marty Missile, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like bring that shit together. That shit was dope. You know
Oh,
what I'm
it
saying?
really
Yep.
was. And I didn't even know that till I saw the recap video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was doing his thing.
When
know?
you're in it, it's just
Yeah.
like you're worried about if everything's falling accordingly.
that shit
You
was
know,
dope.
you don't get to enjoy it to like the tail end to be like, okay,
Exactly.
everyone's enjoying
Once you
themselves.
sit down,
Like
yep.
I could
Mhm.
calm down a little bit till I gotta clean this bitch up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And that's exactly
You know what I'm
that's the
saying?
stresses of doing this type of stuff. But yeah, he showed love and shout out to Marty Grimes for real. He came through on that one, and that was a dope recap video he did of that too.
Mhm.
I think you guys saw that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was dope,
Yep.
bro. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yep.
That's, you know what I'm
You-
saying? That's coming from Smoking Loud. Betty, y'all are working as a team, putting that
Right.
together.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times motherfuckers be kind of stingy with they little steez off.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But after Smoking
That's
Loud,
real.
it was like it was really like a family affair.
It was like a
vibe.
vibe, bro. The
Yup.
vibe just
Telling
set
you.
it for everyone to be
Yup.
in that mood to just say, you know what, let's just get blazed out.
Yep.
Everybody
Right.
enjoy the music and
Good
the vibes,
food, all that shit was up in
food, all
Yup.
that. You know,
Yup.
and that's why we coming back around for another one.
On everything.
it.
You know
On
what I mean?
everything.
there. I'm happy it's in LA though. I want LA to get,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, get a taste of that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So what was your decision in saying, okay, I'm gonna branch out instead of doing it in your hometown, I'm gonna branch out to LA and do it in LA this time?
Well, it's always been a part of the vision that I
Yeah.
wanted to take this festival to on the road.
Okay.
I never intended it to stay in one spot.
That's what's
Mm.
up.
It's always been like, we're gonna do this, let it pop off over here, and then we're gonna go to the next spot. And then that's how we came to LA now. And then now we got a couple of spots that that we're looking into, like I
Yeah.
said, with San Diego,
Yeah.
the Bay Area, Vegas,
Yeah.
New York, Detroit.
Yeah.
Like now we got people tapping in.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
They want us to go
That's
tap into
dope. I
their
like that
network,
shit.
and we just gotta be prepared for that. But it's always been the vision. It was never to stay in one
That's
spot.
dope.
Yep.
That's how I move. That's what I'm saying. I'm always my vision is so bigger than myself, like my own expectations. I can't stop myself from thinking like this. I'm just like, let's go, let's run it, let's do this, let's do it right, and we're going on to the next one, next city, and we're gonna come back around too. You
On
know,
everything.
we ain't gonna just do one spot and leave. We're gonna come back, but we got to make our rounds, and I'm trying to make it that where we brand it to where it's that fucking dope and we moving city to city to city to city, state to state to state, and who knows where we're gonna end up.
It's
I don't even.
it's in motion right now, man.
And by you moving from city to city, state to state, like what's the main experience you're trying to give people?
The vibe of the show, just like the one that you guys were at, right? You guys felt the vibes.
For sure.
Everybody felt like it was just vendors doing their thing, people progressing in their companies, influencers doing their thing, just being in the culture. This whole music thing, cannabis culture as well, everything mixed in together. It's just that's what I'm trying to do, elevate this. So we
That's
keep
it.
moving to do what we need to do to provide that kind of a platform for everyone to just come and fuck with us and come and
Really?
chill, you know what I mean? And artists to come perform and influencers to do their thing, whether you're a promoter, a podcast, a performer,
Yep.
model, it don't matter.
It don't
We bringing everybody together, and we're trying to do that in every
love
market that
that.
we tap into.
Man.
So that's what
Progress,
we really
elevate. Those is key words he said up in there, man.
Yeah.
Progress
Big,
and
a
elevate.
big pot of gumbo cannabis.
Yo.
I
And we got a gumbo vendor coming through.
seen that.
I was like,
yeah,
bro,
I seen that.
hook that shit up.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm
right, damn.
gonna slide through on that one.
yeah.
I
Man.
can't wait to pull up.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
wait to pull up. Saturday is gonna be my first one.
Okay, you gonna
So,
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can't wait to pull up and
It's
definitely
gonna be a vibe for real.
So tell us more about Definite Growth Entertainment.
Okay, so definite growth. See, so that's where Smoking Loud really stems from.
Okay.
Besides from the cannabis and me doing stuff at weed shops, right? I started doing shows in Bakersfield at just small venues. Like I'm talking about dive bars
Yeah.
in the basements of spots, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what stemmed into this. But I really started out like that. I was rapping, doing my thing on stage. I used to be an MC and shit.
Yeah.
I don't make music like I did back in the day, but that's where I come from. And I started watching how the event coordinators back then were moving and how they did shit and how they booked artists and how they, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
how they ran the whole program.
Yeah.
I started paying attention and I was like, like this is dope. Like I want to see how to really do it. Like I don't want to just be the one on stage
On
rapping.
stage,
I
yeah.
want to like
Put it
facilitate this.
together, yeah.
he's
So-
like, I got a vision.
I want
Yeah.
to cook it
My
up.
vision
This is
out
back
there.
then. I
Let's
didn't
go.
even know that I was gonna get into the cannabis
Side
festival
of it,
type of
yeah.
stuff. I was just trying to do music events. That's all I was trying to do. And I would do these shows, right? And I'm telling you, when I first started, there'd be like 15 people at my shows.
Yeah.
20, all performers and their girlfriends and their homie that they brought or whatever.
Right.
But I just kept going, like, nah, we gonna get this shit popping. Watch,
Yeah.
it don't matter. Like, I always kept that positive mindset without even trying. It's just natural to me.
Yep, you
So
got
I just
to,
kept
yep.
going, and then that's how I fell into that. But yeah, Definite Growth Entertainment was born through doing hip hop shows in the underground scene.
Yep. And what year was that? Did that come about?
That was like 2012.
2012.
Hmm.
Okay.
Cause I know like with that explanation, I was totally off of it. You know what I'm saying? With definite growth, I was thinking it was just like, you know what I'm saying, we in the cannabis industry, we growing. But for what you saying, you know what I'm saying, it seemed like shit, it's like, all right, I'm definitely finna grow in this shit. I don't care what, I'm finna go from this 10, 15 to this 20, on and on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, I had it kind of confused a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? With the logo that I have for Definite Growth, right? A long time ago, I did this competition, right, for all these digital artists to make me. I did a competition. Whoever wins the best logo wins $100 at my next show. I did that, and my boy DJ Flip, oh no, DJ Six, my bad, DJ Six. Shout out to DJ Six in Bakersfield. He shot that. Well, a few people shot different logos for me, right? But when he shot that Definite Growth one, and I saw the tree with the branches. I've been a smoke like that one right there.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I was like, yo, And then people were telling me, like, do you grow, bro? Like, that logo looks like you grow.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, shit, it's definite growth. We gonna grow no matter what.
No matter what
But
it
gonna grow
is.
no
It
matter
can
what.
stay, it can go both ways.
people were like, dog, is that some weed shit you got going on? And then like just everything just fit. It's weird how this shit really played out
Yeah.
just from the beginning. So having a logo like that, so he won it actually, and we gave him his prize on stage. We were doing a whole show in downtown Bakersfield. He won that. DJ Sick, shout out to him again. And that's what I
DJ
ran with
Sick.
to this day. That's still my logo for
Mhm.
Definite Growth. I haven't switched it because that means so much to me. Definite Growth and the way he did it. Other like there was different designs that I got shot. You know, people were shooting me different designs, but that was the one that just I was like,
Most meaningful.
"Shh, we growing.
Yeah.
Right.
Root with the roots
Yeah.
of this
So-
shit.
It's
So
giving
that's
True
my
to Life
roots right
vibes.
there,
Yeah.
coming from the underground hip hop scene, doing my shows. I used to run open mics for like 4 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that. I was like bringing people in to come rap. I was doing all kinds of shit with that name. And then it just stemmed into getting into festivals.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
that's why I'm always going to keep that like that.
That's
That's
dope.
right.
That's dope. What inspired you to get into music? Like, who is somebody that influenced you? The MC you fuck with?
Okay, so I come from the raw underground, right?
Yeah.
So my biggest inspirations at the time when I first got into writing music was Immortal Technique,
Okay, I know. Yeah.
King Mag and them from Army of the Pharaohs. I'm a hip hop head, so
Yeah.
a lot of East Coast shit played into my shit.
Yeah.
Redman, Method Man,
Yeah.
Wu-Tang,
Wu-Tang, yeah.
all that was playing a big role into why I wanted to even start rapping. So
Yeah.
then I would just start fucking around listening to beats and freestyle and shit. And I was doing I'll be at a house party and shit and people put on a beat. I'll just start rapping to it and just that's how I started when I was 17 years old. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's how I got into the music part of it. But then that's what led me get into the show part of it. So I
Yeah.
started going to shows. And then I met people at the shows and they're like, hey, dog, they started hearing me rap while I was there in the parking lot
Yeah.
or wherever outside of the venue,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just chilling there.
Yeah.
And then I met some other homies and they're like, hey, fool, get in the studio, dog. Get in the studio. I'm like, all right. So then I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just freestyling and shit. And they're like, write it down, write it down. Then that's what got me into doing the shows because they're like, we're going to perform next week. I'm like, oh, shit. Now I
Yeah.
got to get on stage. I didn't expect to get on stage. I'm used to rapping in a living room
Right.
or in a garage
Right.
somewhere, you know what I mean?
Thrown in the fire.
But then they're like,
bro.
bro, you gonna record this shit? I'm like,
Uh.
what? Okay. I'm in a living room and my homie got a studio up and shit right there or in a room somewhere. Yeah, go in the closet, bro, and record
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Boom, go in there and do my shit. My heart beating like a motherfucker. But it just started leading into more of that. And then I started getting more comfortable and I started learning how to write a verse, learning how to write music, learning how to count what a hook is and what a bridge is and what a verse is, what
Yeah.
all that, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
started getting into the deeper side of writing
Yeah.
music. So then I started, okay, this is how you write a song then. You don't just start babbling.
Yeah.
You got to know how to
Structure.
structure the beat.
Yup.
You know what I mean?
Yup.
So then my homie started teaching me how to listen to read that. Boom, this is where you come in. Boom. And then I started doing that. And then that's what led me to the shows. And then that's what led me to throwing shows. And now
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
That goes
Your
to
top five.
show- Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you got to go.
That goes to show that the company you keep is important.
Yeah.
You
Most
know, there could have been anyone in that living room and just been
Mhm.
like kept you in that living room.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good note too, though. Say that one more time.
Yep.
the company you keep is important.
Yeah.
You know, you want to stay in the living room, or you want to be part of Smokin-Loud.
Man, for real.
Exactly.
You choose.
Get on with us. We
Man.
moving. We moving up, bro.
On the real. On the real. So what's your top five? Dead or alive?
Oh, okay. Well, first off, since you said that, Jadakiss
Okay.
up in this for real.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say Redman for sure.
Okay.
Redman. What we gonna do? Tupac.
For sure. Yeah, that's
no
my
matter
boy. Yep.
what,
Yep.
Tupac got to be in there.
Yep.
Let's see who else. Method Man, of
Yep.
course. And then who else we got? Let me see. I got so many artists that just run through my head when it comes to a question like that. Who am I really gonna choose? All right.
He's like the balance.
Boom,
The
boom, boom.
balance.
Hey,
That's called. I'm already digging it though because it's
Right.
not
Yeah.
like
When he said Jadakiss,
you
I was
can
surprised.
tell- you
I'm
can
like,
tell
Yeah,
okay.
it's different. Yeah.
you can tell that's yours.
Yeah.
This shit is
Yeah.
not, you know what I'm saying, like popular base.
Popular,
This is not
Right.
what everybody
No
go off
mainstream.
of.
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
sure.
Man,
So-
I love
so-
that.
Five. Yeah.
So
Five.
let me see. I got my last one. I can go through so many right now,
That's
though.
hard though.
But I'm gonna show my love to Slug from Atmosphere because he played a big role into a lot of music that I was writing and listening to growing up as an MC, trying to figure out how to be. I used to want to write intellectually. That was my main thing, was like figure out how to get into a different realm in my head to write lyrics. You know what I mean?
Be
So
real
Slug from Atmosphere, shout out to him. For real,
out
he played a
Slug.
big role.
Pew, pew,
Yep.
pew, pew.
That's
Yep.
right. All that shit. Yeah. I like that though. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I'm saying, somebody, like, I've even heard somebody like, what's your top 5? You know what I'm saying? And they did not.
No different.
It's
Right.
totally different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Everyone-
always Biggie, Pac,
Biggie,
Biggie.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't even hear Jay-Z.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I like that shit because you can tell, you know what I'm saying, this is mine. You know what I'm saying? I
Well,
understand
bro.
what everybody may
I'm
be.
talking about I go to sleep with my headphones on, listening to music, bro.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was that kid that I had a little Walkman tape cassette, listening to DPG, listening
Going
to
to
all
bed,
the West
yeah.
Coast OGs, you know what I mean? Going to sleep, falling
Yeah.
asleep. My mom had to take them off my head and turn it off for me. I
Yeah.
would fall asleep with that shit on.
Oh,
You know what I
everything.
mean? Since I was a little
Dope.
kid. So I always had a love for music no matter what. That's first and foremost for me is music. And I love that. And I like different genres too. It's not just rap and hip hop. It's a lot of genres, but rap and hip hop played a big role for me because that's what I was listening to growing up in the east side of Bakersfield, being around all my older homies and shit. You know, everybody was bumping the real shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hip hop shit. That's just what it was. So I just naturally gravitated towards rap since I was a kid.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, so what's your top 5? I'm curious.
Yeah. Let's hear her top
My
five.
top 5,
Yeah.
I would have to say Lil Wayne,
Okay.
Nas,
Nas, yep.
Biggie. Biggie's definitely in there. J. Cole.
Yep.
I know we went from straight underground to kind of
Yeah.
no, but I bump a lot of J. Cole, and J. Cole reminds me a lot of kind of like Nas, a little bit.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, and I'm talking about like the drought Lil Wayne.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
07 Lil
Definitely.
Wayne.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, Wayne's up there. Wayne is
I don't
up
feel like
there.
he misses for me.
Mhm.
Like I feel like he just like all of it.
Yeah.
I love me some Lil Wayne. How many was that?
You got one more. We need that 5th one.
Number 5. Where you at?
Mm-hmm.
Drum roll.
Five.
Drum roll.
Come on.
Oh, you already took too long.
I have to say Fab.
Okay. Hey, you know what?
That's a good one though.
Yes.
Hey, on what was
That's
that?
good. I'm
not
mad at that.
There was a compilation disc. What was it? It was a Lyricist Lounge. Fabulous was on that shit. Yo, you gotta go look up. If anybody's listening right now, go look up Lyricist Lounge that they did. I don't want to say it was Rockets Records. I don't want to say it was that, but it was something. They did it for the East Coast because they did a West Coast Lyricist Lounge too. But that one was for the East Coast artists. Fabulous.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Is it a category
Yeah, Fab
of
hard,
a
though.
like
That
an
was my
actual
very first
rhyming
concert.
lyricist?
Yep.
Is it a category for that? A rhyming lyricist?
They
'Cause
should
that's
have
Fab.
one.
There
They
is.
should have
There
one.
should be.
Like, cause he rhymed
should
and he
have
got the
one.
lyrics, you know what I'm saying, with the
Exactly.
rhyme.
Right.
I don't think
Call him
nobody
Cold
fuck with
Summer.
Fab
Them,
like
them,
that.
them, yeah, he got some cold mixtapes too though.
He got some
Oh.
good mixtapes. He got stuff for the ladies. This
Yeah.
is my very
He's a
first
mixture of all
concert.
that.
Yeah.
Like
And you know
I used
who
to
I
love
wouldn't
me some
even be
Fab.
putting in my top 6? Cassidy. If you guys go,
yes.
if you go look up his interviews and his
Yes.
freestyles on all his radio stations, Cassidy got bars. I
Yeah,
know
His
a lot of
10
these
look
new
up
battle
his
rappers
10-minute
nowadays.
freestyle, yo.
A lot of
Look
these
up his-
battle rappers be downplaying him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go listen to some
Who
Cassidy,
downplays
bro.
him?
a lot of motherfuckers-
Because a lot of people not up
They
on
not-
it
yeah.
because
People might not be up on
because
him.
you really
That's
just
it.
heard
They
the
not up.
commercial
Yeah.
shit, and
Right.
the commercial shit will make the average, the average
Yeah.
real hip hop listener. You
Yeah.
might be like, that's cool, but now I'm listening to this over
Yeah.
here, though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the mainstream stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I never really tapped into Cassidy like that
Yeah.
though. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
I think
got it.
he's
Oh,
a-
look
I
he's
got
a-
it.
Bro, look up
He's
his
a-
freestyle interviews.
He's
dope.
popping on the East Coast, and it sounds
Yeah.
like you like.
I seen the
East Coast
battles
rap.
though. Yeah, the
So-
freestyle battles and stuff.
Yeah,
but
he's-
like just the music.
His freestyle battles is what's fire.
But that's what I'm
like
saying though.
what you like. That's
Like
what
tap
it is.
into his other stuff because his
Yes.
music
Battle
is good.
rap.
What's
He
the
has
nigga
his
from
good
Wild 'N Out that he had to battle with? Nigga with the teeth, they talking about the teeth talking about
From St.
what's
Louis
his
to
name?
St.
Yeah,
Louis.
the St.
motherfucker.
Louis. I can't think of his name.
It was
though.
it on your? It was on URL, right?
Yeah, but I seen like they battle and stuff though. I think Cass
Hot sauce
won,
or
he
some
won
shit.
No, it ain't hot sauce. I can't think of his name. No,
I
man.
know it was something else. I know it's like on the tip of my tongue because I'm familiar with a lot of battle rap too.
Yeah.
King of the Dot, Universal Rap League. You
Yeah,
know,
he
all
from
URL.
Kansas City too though.
Yeah,
Damn,
I know what
can't
you're
think
talking
of
about.
his
Goods?
name.
Was it Goods?
Nah.
No, it wasn't Goods. All right, yeah.
Hollow Point. Nah.
No.
Something like with a
It,
gun.
it was something like
with a
that.
gun.
It was something like that.
Some,
Now, I wish
but whatever though.
Shout out
But
to
yeah,
my boy
him
after
though.
he
Him
was
though.
here. He'll put us all up on game about this shit.
I was about to say Hollow
Shout out to
Man.
After, bro. You could
I-
have tapped in.
Shit.
I want to say Cassidy, when he started getting bigger in the mainstream, I think he got in some legal trouble that kind of.
Probably.
I want to
Hitman.
say that's what happened.
Hitman Holla.
Hitman
Holla.
Holla. There you
Always
go.
been,
That
like-
was it.
He's always been like unmatched. Like he could just go and go and go. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
Cassidy's definitely he slept on.
Yeah.
Slept
One
on.
time he looked at one of my stories on Instagram. I was like, "Oh shit, Cassidy tapped in."
I like that.
He tapped in
Papoose
one
is a
time.
good one
Like in
too.
He tapped
Papoose
in
is
one
a real
time.
good one too.
Yeah.
Who?
Papoose.
Oh,
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 Papoose.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Tap-
In the battle
Or-
rap though, you can tell the ones who be outside. You know what I'm saying? Because you
You
gotta
know?
have some type of jokes with you.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Some
saying? Inside
realness
the
to
battle
you.
rap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And the ones that be on top, you can tell I was outside when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
5 years old, you dirty.
So looking at the whole battle rap scene, who would you say right now, you know what I mean, is the best battle rapper?
Fuck. I'm always gonna have to rock with DNA, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because DNA, even though he might be a little bit like he kind of like just taking a break or whatnot, he's in his retirement mode.
Yeah.
But watching battle rap get to where it's at now, I would say my favorite would be DNA. Who else? I mean, I fuck with like there's a few of
Is
them. man.
DNA still doing his thing?
I don't know.
Is
he
still-
said something, he taking a break or something, right?
I think it's just because they don't put out as much as they used to when they were younger. So like
Yeah.
back in like 2006 to like 2013, these motherfuckers were doing it.
Yeah.
So then it goes to like waves, you know, it's like waves.
Yeah.
So then later on, I just don't see much out of him lately. But I know he still does his thing. Oh, Inez, bro, from fuck Inez. Go look up Inez from from Diddy's label. Have you watched
from
the band?
Making the band.
Making the band.
Yeah,
If you go
Inez,
look up
he
Inez,
flow like a motherfucker though.
if you go watch Inez's
Yeah.
battles, I swear to God, you'll be like, what?
And his shit sound like a track though. I seen one where his shit was like a track. They had the music going.
Yeah.
You think he can fuck with Geechee though?
Yeah? Inez could fuck with Geechee. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think
Geechee
that'll be
Gotti?
a good match. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I ain't gonna be biased because I'm from Compton and shit
Yeah.
though. But I think it'll be. I ain't gonna say Geechee gonna get him because I'm from Compton. But
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good match.
Well,
though.
you know we gotta fuck with Daylight, right?
Yeah.
Daylight.
they like
Man, he's
Yeah.
a genius. But that's
Yeah.
a different type of writer. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You gotta like you gotta tap in with Daylight to get there. You know what I mean? He's on another level. But yeah, I fuck with Inez. DNA would be my favorite though. All-time battle rapper be DNA.
Yeah. So you used to do a lot of battling yourself?
Yeah, but it was mostly, it wasn't like scripted or nothing. It was never like write this and get ready. I've done a couple of those, but those didn't really like work in my favor because I was just so used to like off the head shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
adapting to like, oh, write a verse and memorize it, it plays a big role in this shit because it's different when the cameras are on.
Mhm.
So you
Sure.
could prepare all you want, right? You could
Yeah.
write your verse down, you could do this shit, get it ready, and boom. Soon as the cameras turn on and it's action time and it's live,
Yeah.
there ain't no stopping this now.
Yeah.
That's when shit
That's
starts
when it
hitting your
got-
head. You
yeah.
start thinking, should I forget? And then you have it memorized, right? But your mind is telling you
Yeah.
you're gonna forget.
Yeah.
You're gonna forget.
Yeah.
Your
And
nerves
then-
kicking in.
And then then
I've been there too though. I got a story real quick because I used to battle rap. I used to fuck with that shit when I was younger, right? So me and my homeboy Gore, we used to perform right there on Western and Imperial. You know what I'm saying? So this was our first time
Yeah.
performing. We in the back like battling motherfuckers like killing them.
yeah.
We get on stage.
At the
Nigga,
college?
the beat, no, not at the college though. Across where
The
Church's
beat-
Chicken
the
at,
beat
where
cut
all
on?
the beat cut on. Man, I got stuck. Like,
Work
but
telling you.
then, but
Hey,
then
but
I
Clarence-
forgot the verse and I started freestyling. Like, it took me
Okay.
a few seconds, but then I started freestyling though. But it worked out. But I was like, but yeah, that shit happens
It's
though.
real.
Boy, niggas be like, oh shit, for real.
I told you that's how I feel before filming.
That go to show something though. You gotta be thinking outside the box a little bit, because if you just stuck to just like this scripted shit right here, and you can't like what they call that shit, improv or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't improv until you get like, you know what I'm saying, a little bit like back into yourself comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To actually like calm yourself and remember your shit. That's good. Though.
They'd have booed the fuck out of me if I had to sit there. Wait, hold on. What I'm supposed to no.
Hey, but you
8
know
Mile level.
I was about to say. All right,
and you know what?
Clarence.
That's as being an event coordinator, right? I get some of these artists that come and hit me up. They're like, bro, like I don't know how to perform that good, and all that. I go, practice your shit.
Yep.
Sit in your living room, put your beats on, practice and rehearse. Because even if your song is playing in the back, if something goes wrong or something happens, and you gotta know what to do. If you're not gonna memorize your lyrics, then at least know how to adapt to the song to keep it fit, and boom, and keep it pushing to the next one. So you could give that look to your DJ like, switch it up, bro.
Switch it up,
And you know what I mean? But
Right.
you got it going for the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think that little forgetfulness right there in the beginning, do you think it's like coming from the crowd, like you paying too much attention to the crowd?
Yes.
Yeah, you
That's
better-
exactly what it is. Because I used to get
Damn,
nervous
right
as
there.
fuck when people were looking at me right in my eyes, and I'd be like, oh shit. Because somebody's looking at me right in my eyes, and I'm trying to rap my song, and I'm just like looking at someone stare at me. I'm like, oh shit. I gotta look up at the ceiling and just do my shit.
That also comes from just giving a shit. You know, if you give a shit about your craft,
yeah.
what you do, what the audience is
I'm
gonna
telling
think,
you.
how
Look,
you
with
gonna
that,
flow.
with that same instance right there, how does that play? You know what I'm saying? You being a performer, you looking at the crowd and you actually seeing the crowd go with you word for word. Then.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying? How does that play now?
You got to get there.
are you talking about when they don't know your words or when
No,
they do?
when they do.
They know the words and they going, you know what I'm saying, word for word with you. You up
They
there
say you
doing your
circle back
thing.
the
Whoop-de-whoop,
chorus.
whoop-de-whoop,
Shit,
wop,
that's what-
wham. Oh, I see you. Whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-wop, wham.
Well, are you talking about if I fuck up on stage or you just
You
saying?
just out
Nah,
there
if they're
rocking.
vibing with you,
Oh,
when the
vibing
crowd
with-
is
If the
vibing
crowd,
with you.
if the crowd is into it too, like on your
bro,
words.
that's what makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially when they're just throwing their, even if they don't know the words and you see their head just moving with you and their hand in front of your face, like you doing it,
Yeah.
that's worth it right
Got
there. Because they
'em.
don't gotta know the words, they just know the vibe. And that's what they rocking off
Feel the
of.
vibe, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they feel it on stage, they feel your energy.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to tell these younger artists that are coming up, I'm like, it's all about stage presence.
Yeah.
It don't matter how, it don't matter what you say, it's how you say it. Boom, get that shit popping, bro. Let them know you up there for a reason. Don't get scared. Fuck that. You own that motherfucker while you there. That's your house for that 15 minutes. Let them know. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what a lot of people say about DMX. Like as far as being a performer, like he was one of the best performers. Even Jay-Z said like he hated coming on after him, like going because Jay-Z was the headliner, the closer.
Yeah.
So DMX, he said one time DMX went on before him. He got out there praying. He got the dudes crying. Now you got the women. He take his shirt off. Then the women is like, ah.
Damn, Jay-Z's like,
I heard
like,
a lot of artists say that though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, man, after DMX, like shit, that's a tough act to come after.
Yeah.
hey, and that's real shit. It's real shit. If you set the tone on your presence and your performance, you gonna make everybody in there, every other performer, be like, question their shit. Oh shit, I gotta be on my shit because he just killed that motherfucker right now. I gotta go out there right after him and make sure I match that energy. Because if not, then the crowd just gonna die. And it's a fucked up thing, but it happens. But as artists, you don't want that to happen. You know, you want to go out there, do your thing, make sure that people are rocking with you. So it's tough to go after certain artists because there's certain individuals that will make that shit happen, and you got to be able to match that. And that's a part of the game.
Most definitely. Most
Look,
definitely.
just real fast, you was talking about DMX. A little fun fact: holidays just passed. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That song,
Hey, bumping.
like really, like
Man.
no, really.
I know what
I
you
didn't
said.
memorize the song until I like, you know what I'm saying, heard that shit from DMX.
Yeah, I heard
and
it
I listened
too,
to it a
yeah.
couple times
It's his
before
voice.
DMX. I did not know that fucking song.
Wait,
was in and out.
what's the
The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
that
He
shit?
came in with that. shit. I'm like, nigga.
With his voice, you gotta hear it with his
Yeah,
voice
he
though.
Yeah.
Like it's
It-
just
I can't do it. I can't do
He's
it like
like-
him.
he's like, I
I
don't
can't
get
do
it.
it like him. You know what I'm saying? But DMX.
I'm gonna say someone play that shit.
He's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. No, but you gotta listen.
I gotta
to
hear
it.
that.
DMX.
Honestly, I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
I-
You know how
Surprisingly.
Yeah,
DMX
that
be
shit.
barking? You know
Yeah,
how he barks and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like he's like he
That's
brings
how
that
he sound,
energy
yeah.
yeah.
to the.
It's on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Just
you
look
can
it up.
I'm gonna look it
DMX.
up.
It's he live, you know what I'm saying? He beating on the table, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. His little shit.
When
And
was
that shit
this?
was like hard
Okay,
as fuck,
what
man.
year did that come out?
I'm not sure the year.
Years
it a-
ago.
you know,
Years
oh,
ago.
yeah.
Years
How have I
ago.
not heard this shit?
Yup.
Man.
Look it
I
up.
gotta go look it
Look
up.
that shit up. It's like they just asked him, like,
I gotta hop on YouTube.
because they
Even
try to
it's-
play him low key, like you don't
Yeah.
know the reindeers.
He's like, bet.
What?
He's you
Like,
know what?
wait.
I haven't heard that. I have heard that.
Boom, boom, boom.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
He did
Okay.
it.
He don't give a
You
shit.
know.
DMX don't give a shit.
I have heard that. I have heard that. I just don't memorize it, but I now I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
What? You don't know Rudolph the Red? No. Yeah, okay. remember now.
You gotta give a shit to a certain extent.
We gonna slide it over to big business.
All right. All right.
Okay.
So we got our big business segment where your small business steals the show.
Okay.
So you told us a little bit about Definite Growth Entertainment, right? And Smokin-Loud. What is what to expect at your Smokin-Loud coming up on the 13th? And what are you looking forward to do differently in the future? I know you said you're always growing, you're always adding, you're always like 10 steps into the future. So what's there to expect?
Elevation. So that means taking it to another level. And once I set the tone for that, then it comes down to organization, because that's the biggest role that it takes to do the stuff that I do.
Mm-hmm.
With Betty too, you know what I mean? Us being event coordinators and throwing something like this, like I said from the beginning, we're not trying to just keep this as this little show that, that we're just gonna stop or we just did this one time. There's a bigger
Right.
game plan behind it.
So I know you have some performances, you
Yeah.
have appearances. What else is gonna be like? Give us some examples of what to expect on the 13th.
The twerk contest.
Twerk contest?
Yeah, the twerk contest.
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
damn! Is
I
Betty
know we
hosting
did leave
that?
that out.
Yeah.
We actually
Betty.
Betty needs
I'm
to tap
coming,
in.
Betty. You know, I'm gonna tap in with
Betty
you during
needs
this
to tap
twerk
in if she go.
contest.
No, she's actually
I want to be a
not-
judge.
Hey,
I want to be a judge.
That's
It
right.
was wild last year.
hey, ain't
Wow.
nothing
That's
wrong with that.
right.
Yeah. So that's
Is it really gonna be a twerk contest?
Yeah, it was one last
It was
year.
one last year.
All right.
Yep.
There was one 2
I'm
years
there.
ago too.
Yeah, and the other
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
We always bring that back. Hey,
They were at the shops too before Smokin-Loud, right?
right? I had one girl dancing one time. Hey, go up there and do
Now
your
we
thing.
got 10 girls. Now we got 10. You know? Bro.
Yo, everybody, it's gonna be a twerk contest.
Okay, so
Smokin'
there's
Loud.
gonna be a twerk contest. Is there gonna be what kind of performances are you gonna have?
A lot of hip hop performances. Shout out to that boy Polo. That's Crooked Eye's son. He's gonna be in the
Okay.
building. Mr. Big O is gonna be in the building. We just got a lot of people coming from all different regions. Jordan J's coming from the Bay. Cannabis Chris is coming from the Bay. Shout out to him.
Yep. Shout out to
You know
both
what I
of them.
mean?
Yep.
There's so many to name. I can't think of them all right now, but yeah,
Right.
they're gonna do their thing on stage and do their thing. But we're also having a tug of war
Okay.
A tug of war?
I'm
tug
tapping
of
into
war
that too.
with fucking with Lavender.
tapping
They're donating towards that and fucking Stoner TV. They do this shit at like a different
Yeah,
festivals,
yeah,
right?
That's right.
So during the tug of war, right, you got different artists and people participating. So they're gonna pick certain individuals. I guarantee I'm gonna get picked. I already know I am. They're gonna be like Smokin' Loud, I need to go.
Picking them,
Yeah.
though?
I don't know
How do
yet.
you get picked?
Okay.
But it's gonna happen because
Yeah.
they already locked it in. So we're doing a tug of war too. So that's gonna be a highlight besides the twerk contest. And then we got hella giveaways. So there's gonna be points in time in the show where we're gonna have our DJ spin some music and we're
Yeah.
gonna have our sponsors come out. Hive OC. Make sure I shout out the Hive OC.
Shout out to
Shout
Hive
out to the
OC.
Dank
Hive.
Mob in the building.
Thank
Dank
Mob.
Mob.
Thank
Yeah.
my.
Food confection. We got a lot, but they're all donating towards those giveaways. So when we like set some time aside for that, where they jump on stage and then we're just throwing out hella shit, calling everybody up to the stage. Come up, come fuck with us, whoop, whoop,
Yep.
do our thing, you know. So
Yeah.
there's gonna be different types of entertainment, but the twerk contest is the one that always gets it popping.
Yep.
Lord.
I'll say that
Oh yeah,
Lord.
ain't
for obvious reasons, right?
Right.
And y'all
Prime
got the
is
VIP
recent.
bags and stuff also, because we throwing stuff in we throwing some
yeah.
pre-roll. Best way to smoke pre-rolls in
Oh
the
shit,
bag.
yeah.
Check out them best way to smoke pre-rolls.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
know?
So
You know when Cat Williams was like, this shit right here?
Yeah.
This shit right here?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the best way. That shit right there?
Yep. On everything.
Man, one day, maybe one day, Cat Williams might pull up one time. Who knows? There's no telling what the future holds. You know, he might pull up
Hey,
one
did
day
you-
and be like, "Give me 10 minutes.
You
I'm gonna
know?
take over this motherfucker for 10 minutes." And he would too.
Did you see the interview with him?
Yes, I saw the.
You watched the
You watched
whole
the whole
thing?
thing?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but
Yeah.
I saw good pieces
Portion,
of it.
yeah.
But he keeps it real.
A
So
100.
I ain't knocking
100.
it one bit. He
Mhm.
does his thing, so I'm no
said,
shade,
"Use a
shade to Cat Williams. for
Use a
real.
fat face online. Yeah, he crazy.
My boy crazy.
crazy.
But, hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let him be. You got to speak your mind sometimes. You got to let him do it.
They
But
said
he-
they wish they had the cameras rolling from when he walked in the door
Yeah.
because he was just
He was already
like,
on.
He was
Oh, I
already
bet.
like, "What's
Yeah.
up?"
He was
What's
ready
up?
for that one.
He was
huh?
ready. He don't step out too often, especially
And
for an
do
interview.
you think he has a notepad? Like he's like, okay, what do I talk about? Or do you think he just
Cat?
Cat?
He, if you notice, I
think
don't
it's
know
all
if y'all
in there.
noticed, he
Because you know a
barely
lot of-
let him come in get any questions out. He had something to say.
Yep.
Because
He
a lot
was-
of these interviews, they give him the rundown beforehand, right? And
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure.
Right.
But what he just said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say what I need to say,
Yep.
Yeah.
and he did.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
what Shannon Sharp said though. He
Right.
said that he was just going and he didn't know whether to cut him off
Or just let him go.
or let him go. And,
Yeah.
and he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just let him go."
Sometimes
That's-
you got to.
It
bro.
worked. Yeah, that shit
Sometimes you
worked.
got
That was
to.
a smart, fucking
Sometimes you
calculated
got to.
move.
He also had no choice because he would try to, and Cat would be like, "Hold on, I ain't done." And
Yep.
this one
Damn.
over here,
Damn.
you know. So he was like, he had to let him go because it was like it's just gonna come out.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotta shout out Day Day too though. You know what I'm saying? Mike Epps. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
he the only one who like really like out of all the responses, he wasn't called out. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. He was like, I need the promo too though. But what he did
What
say
was
though,
his
he like,
response?
you know what I'm saying? He like, shit, he's a comedian. You know what I'm saying? That's his job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got up there, he did the interview, and he cracked his jokes. You know what I'm saying? Some truth, some joke. You
Some
know what I'm
joke,
saying?
The
yeah.
Like,
cancel
yeah.
culture trying to get,
But
like,
hey, but he's
attacking
also an
comedians
actor,
is
so he
crazy
knows
to
how to
me.
balance that very
You know what
well
I'm saying?
between fact and. But no, Cat Williams be keeping it real though.
Yeah.
I'll say that
Yep.
He did
because
his
there's a
job.
lot of shit. We could touch on that all night on that subject, but
Yeah.
we'll leave it up to Cat. Go look that
Yeah.
up on YouTube.
But it makes you think
Right.
about the underground scene though, just even from hip hop to comedy, because you got underground comics and
Yeah.
shit like that too though. And you can respect the underground like an MC like KRS-One or something like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Like fuck the mainstream. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because if you gotta do all this extra shit and other shit to get there, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the underground is just like these so-called illegal dispensaries, they call them and shit though, or Johnny up the street, they still gonna be cracking no matter what. You know what I mean? The underground.
It's the
know what I'm
underground.
saying?
That's why
Yeah.
it goes back on the Jadakiss subject, right?
Yep.
When the Locks and Dipset, right, they were on Versus, they did their thing, right? What was the Locks saying different from from Dipset's whole crew, right? Locks was putting it down for they're like,
The roots.
we're doing it for the
They're like,
real
we're in the
hip hop
Mecca
shit,
of
you
New
know,
York.
shit like you guys are.
Fuck the
And
jury,
ain't no
fuck
made
all that
up
other
shit.
shit.
And
Yeah.
I ain't
Made
trying
up
to I ain't
shit.
trying to throw no shade on Cameron and Joel Santana and all them
No,
beat.
fuck
Nah,
that. They was
I'm
really
just
rapping
saying-
they
I'm
I'm
shit.
just
They
saying,
handled it.
Jadakiss and the Locks, fucking Styles and all that. They put them to like put them in their
Jadakiss
place.
by itself.
Hey,
Right.
Jada, you
Right.
stand, bro, on that Biggie.
They
beat.
said they just let him go. They're like he just kept dunking them. So
By
they
Hey.
kept throwing him in the
I'm
alley,
telling
just
you,
like
I'm
he was on a
telling you.
roll.
That's the difference, though, right
He
there.
was like,
Between the mainstream commercial stuff,
Mhm.
which is no problem. There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
So there's always that.
right.
But when it comes down to the culture or like real shit like
Real.
that, where you
Yeah.
on stage because that's who you are, Jadakiss let them know this is what we do right here with the Locks, and it is what it is.
he threw a couple mainstream in there too.
Yeah.
He threw the song with Mariah Carey
Oh,
in there
yeah.
out the blue.
golden
Yeah,
though.
He's
they
like-
went all across the
Yeah.
globe.
They went
Yeah.
in. They went in. And they was like, you know,
Yeah.
like Dipset handled it like men though. They popped their
They
shit,
did.
but they was like they handled it like men. They knew what was up.
Hey,
you know?
Purple.
Like,
Hey,
talking
little
their shit
do-rag
too,
off his
like-
head, like nigga.
I ain't gonna lie though, Purple Haze, Cameron's album, that shit's I'm always gonna
Right.
bump
Sure.
that shit for
He
sure.
Cameron
Right.
out of Dipset, he the one. He like
Yeah.
he the one right there though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
But
fuck with
Jules,
I don't know.
Who
I
you
don't
think?
know.
Who you think?
You know what I'm saying? I really think Joel Santana.
I'm
To
a-
me, I think that's like
Yeah.
one of the hardest ones. You know what I'm saying? Cameron is just the face of it. You can catch on to like the little nursery rhyme, flamboyancy, whatever it may be.
I
he
feel
said
it.
the nursery.
You know what I'm saying?
right?
Yeah.
But
No, but
Nigga,
really
we
though.
facing them.
No, but really though, Joel Santana. If I had to go with somebody over there
Yeah.
off that side, Joel Santana.
yeah,
if
he's
you,
hard
if
too,
you
though.
key
He
in
is
on him,
hard.
he
Yeah,
just
Joel's
fucked the
hard.
shit up because he was just in the streets too much. You know what I'm saying? If he actually like stood, like
Yeah,
stayed
yeah.
in the studio, that
He
motherfucker
was-
hard as shit.
He was young though when he first got started. He was dumb. He was dumb young,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
17 when he blew
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, a
You
lot
know?
of man, a lot of
You
Yeah.
can't listen. I fucks with Jim Jones. I'm sorry. I
Jim
fucks-
Jones
Jones
too.
is cool.
I
Jim
fucks with all
Jones
of
too,
them,
though.
Yeah.
but like
Jim
Jim
Jones,
Jones,
yeah,
is
yeah.
cool.
They are like I'm not a Dipset fan.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They
I
all
am.
they all legit. I could say ballin', you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like
Yeah.
I think I lean more towards Joel's, you know what I'm saying? For one, the mixtape he did with Lil
Mhm.
Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit was
Okay.
hard as a motherfucker to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And just out of his little rhymes and all of that shit, them coming up, his little swag and little shit, I'm like, man, that's
Who's
like
your
I can
top
kind of
five?
relate. My top 5?
Who would you say?
Shit. I don't know no
He
more.
gonna come with some West Coast shit.
You gotta come. Hey,
You gotta come
I
with
was
some
thinking
West
off the
Coast
head
shit.
too, like,
Yeah,
but
just
like-
You put me
top
on the
five.
Let's knock it
spot.
out there. Yeah,
Fuck that.
yeah, knock it out.
top five. She wanted to hear the top
Yeah.
five.
Fuck that.
All right, let me see my top 5.
Top 5 daily listeners, whatever you want. Just
Dead or
top five.
alive.
Dead or alive.
Yeah.
But
Drum
I'm a
roll.
project child, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm going to Cash Money. So if I
Okay.
just say I'm a Cash Money fan, I'm finna just go Lil Wayne, Turk, BG, fucking Juvenile, and the Big Timers.
And the big
Bottom line.
And the big
timers.
time. Both
That's
of them.
it,
Both
Big
of them.
timers. Both
Hey,
of
Both
them.
of them.
Somebody cue in, back that ass up.
Yeah,
real
back
quick.
that ass up. I know.
Somebody cue that in.
I ever saw that shit.
behind the,
just
The
like
whole
that.
behind the
table.
project building.
Damn, bro.
Like,
He
damn.
said, I'm going back to the crib.
Go ahead, sum it up.
That nigga said,
Y'all don't know my life.
he said the Cash Money millionaire.
Yeah.
He say,
Hey,
Turk
dog,
all
hey.
The original.
Hey, we about. Oh, okay.
Probably
Hey,
saw.
hey, who paid you for
No,
promo, dog?
Hey, I know.
No, but if you go by like, you know what I'm saying? If I go by like the
He said what he said.
I didn't expect that though. Like,
You know he's always coming
I
with
kind of
some
did,
shit.
but I didn't know. Like, damn.
Cash money.
Yeah.
You need that
Always
check written
coming with
tonight.
some shit.
Yeah, go to pay the man. Pay the man. You know what I'm
yeah, so
saying?
we gonna leave that right there. Then. Y'all ain't gonna know my top 5. My top 6.
Serpo is
Dog.
always gonna
Hey.
bring a sprinkle of fuck you and whatever
Hey,
he
the boo. Now
Gucci.
Oh.
Hey, don't get us started in this motherfucker. We about to cue in this motherfucker right
hip
now.
hop. That's
Who's
that.
DJing tonight?
Man.
That's that hip hop.
So I'm gonna tell you, until then, we're gonna be thugging behind this podcast.
Bro,
So we're gonna kick it over to hear me out though.
Oh,
right?
oh,
Now hear me out though.
oh,
Man.
man.
You know,
All right, fuck.
We popping off now.
he said what he said.
Hey, shout out to
He said
Best
what
Way
he
to
said.
Smoke
Yeah,
having
man.
me on this
For
motherfucker.
For sure,
Man, I'm having a
And shout
good
out
time.
to Smokin-Loud.
Make
for
sure you
sure.
guys make sure
Shout out
you
to the
guys hit
Cash
that
Money
like.
millionaires. We
Right.
hope y'all
What?
look. We hope y'all
My
get
bad,
back
what's your name
together.
again?
Kush Jenner.
Huh?
Kush.
Kush Jenner.
Yes.
Kush Jenner.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kush
Yeah, she a
Jenner
part of the fam.
in the building
Yep,
too.
yep,
Much
yep.
love for
Yeah.
real.
Mhm.
So hit me out. Though.
Hit that
So
like
bam.
button,
All right.
subscribe, show some love.
Just
It's the best
coming
way
off
to
the Cash
smoke.
Money thing though, I would like, you know what I'm saying, me being a Hot Boy fan, really though. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see like the Hot Boys get together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Are-
That'd be
all
so
the
dope.
Some
motherfuckers is out
reunion tour
together
shit,
right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like shit.
Oh, yeah.
It gonna be a whole shootout in that motherfucker. Like,
Man, if y'all motherfuckers do
like,
it,
yo,
if y'all motherfuckers do see the Best Way to Smoke podcast, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Kurt,
Hop-
shit.
hop
You
up
know what I'm
in
saying?
this
Lil Wayne, Juvenile, BG. You know what I'm saying? They say the name.
Get that shit
Hashtag
together.
that
Yeah,
shit.
get
Get
that shit
You know what I'm
together.
just gonna
together.
say, man, just handle y'all inside.
Tag him in the comments. Let him know. We want
Let
to
'em
see
know.
it. We want a reunion. We want
Y'all
to pull
birthed a whole
up.
lot of
He
this
want to
shit.
see
No, we
it.
wanna
He want to
see- I
see
wanna
it.
see it too.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
there.
Hey, that would be dope though.
I'll be
Hey, that would
there.
be dope though. That would be dope. That would be
Nah, I
dope.
want to. Yeah, I fuck with him.
It'll
No,
be
yeah, I fuck
it'll be
with
like
him. I'm
another
just fucking
locks
with
and
him.
Dipset verses. I bet you it'll be
Right?
some shit. It'll be
Right?
like another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite one from there was BG. It was BG and Juvenile. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Then it'll be Lil Wayne, and then it'll be Turk. You know what I'm saying? In that round.
Yeah, mine like I don't know. My favorite was like it really was Turk though. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, it's just Juvenile and Lil Wayne was the ones that was up front. You know what I'm saying? Them was
Yeah.
like the front runners, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? BG, you know what I'm saying? He was the like, I'm gutted. You get what
Yeah.
you get. You
Got
know
a
what
little
I'm
balance.
saying?
Look
But
just like the homie. Shout out Luck, man.
Yeah.
shout out Luck. You know what I'm saying? But Turk, you know what I'm saying? That Young and Thuggin' album. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it just
Okay.
stuck on me. Once that shit came out, it stuck on me. I'm like, shit.
Hey, there's always those
Yep.
those albums that are gonna stick no
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
what, bro. And yeah, I feel you.
Like
Don't-
that was the hardest one to me. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
skip the
But
big timers.
shit.
Don't
Right?
skip the
Manny
big
Fresh up
timers.
in the building.
Don't skip
For
the big
real.
timers. You
Yeah.
gave all of them a shout out. Don't skip
The
the
Hey,
big
you-
So you
timers,
like
though?
how baby? You like Baby Flo though?
Nah, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, like if I go back, you know what I'm saying? It's like when I say like you got the 6, you know what I'm saying? Like baby, you know what I'm saying, to be the honorary. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bring him along with, you know what I'm saying, Manny Fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because if it wasn't for Manny Fresh, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't be getting these proper little tunes and shit. So that's Manny Fresh coming in as number 5, and he got the little
Fresh.
nursery rhyme hit. Shit.
You know what? I never even knew that Manny Fresh was a DJ.
Fresh.
Yeah.
I didn't
he
even know
made
that
all
till
beats and
recently.
shit, Yeah.
Go DJ.
I did not
it
know.
over.
I had no idea. He was a
Go
DJ.
PJ.
Go PJ. Man, hey, someone cue the music in.
Man, he on up. Hey, go on and turn it up.
Nah, but hear me out.
Hey, we gonna be bumping after this interview. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Watch what we.
man.
No, but really though, what camera we on? But my hear me out moment though, man, check it
Yeah.
out, man. Smokin'-Loud, Best Way to Smoke. We gonna be up in that joint. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be there
Yes.
to be there.
There'll be a whole
So
booth.
you know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to be there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
pop up, you know what I'm saying? Tap in the Smokin'-Loud. It's official, right? You know what I'm
it's
saying? Because it
official.
was some bootleg shit out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
I
I
ain't
came
gonna
across
give
that
none of
shit.
that
Yeah,
no shine
no,
because
Yeah.
no shine.
They-
Yeah.
That's how you
they
know
know
you're
what the real is.
popping. That's
They
how you
know what the
you're
real is.
popping.
Rewind. Shout out Smokin'-Loud, man. Smokin'-Loud official. Tap in with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
Appreciate
get your
y'all
tickets. You know what I'm
for real.
saying?
January
Come in.
13th.
What we gonna be at this year?
We gonna be at 1714 Wall Street venue. Shout out to them. We fucking with them. We gonna be there for this Saturday, January 13th. Tap in, 3 p.m. Doors open. Get your tickets online at Event High. The link is tapped into the bio. So just go to our page, Smokin' Loud Official, all one word. Make sure you guys tap in with us, fuck with us. We're gonna go up, and that's all it is.
And y'all heard that.
Yep. Big shout out to Smokin'-Loud on everything.
Yeah.
on
Hey,
everything.
appreciate you guys having me come through for real. Appreciate Kush Jenner right here.
Yep.
Doing her thing.
Official
And,
Best Way to Smoke fam.
yeah, best way to
Yes.
smoke. You guys are doing your thing, bro. Appreciate the. Oh, hold on. Let me show some love real quick, man. Hooking me up with some buds, some rolls.
yeah.
Best way to smoke rolls. I'm about to
For
do
sure.
this on my way to make my rounds all over LA this week, but they gonna keep me high for that. So
On everything.
That's
on
right.
everything. Most definitely. I'm gonna hit y'all with my top 5 real quick before we
Yeah,
get up
yeah.
out of here. Look, I got Tupac,
Yep.
Scarface,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best storytellers, you know what I'm saying, in the game. Too Short. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I go,
Peace out.
I'm gonna say I go Devin the Dude.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my guy.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Devin the Dude. And then I'm gonna say for my 5, I'm gonna take my boy Meth, man. I gotta show some East Coast love. And I was fucking with him like back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like one of the shiners from the Wu-Tang to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Meth, you know what I'm saying? So
course.
yeah.
I like that shit, man. Devin the Dude, that's my guy right
Yeah.
there. I smoke all the
yeah,
time. Today.
yeah.
Hey, y'all go bump that doobie ashtray one time for all the motherfuckers
Man.
that took your roaches out your fucking ashtray.
Why you do me that way?
You know what I'm talking about? You know? Serpo knows.
Yeah.
my shit.
I knew it would
I'm
get that
telling
nigga
you,
going.
bro.
That's my shit right there. I ain't gonna even front. Why you do me
When
that?
you wanna go home, but the
That's why I
reasons
put
I
that
don't
when I
go.
said it though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
telling
my shit.
you.
I fucks with that.
Oh man, but yeah, man, this was definitely a dope show, man, and like we said, man, definitely tap in with Smokin-Loud. Get your tickets. Fuck with them. It's going up. It ain't gonna do nothing but get bigger from here. Tap in with Best Way to Smoke. Tap in with us, man, at www.bestwaytosmoke.com. You know, and find our merch and all different content on there. Yeah, and
Yeah.
knocking that drop for us.
What? Oh,
Let's talk about Willis.
Oh, I thought it was go. I thought he was gonna just go to drop.
Oh.
Oh, yes, check out the Best Way to Smoke podcast.
Let's do that. Are we? Here we go. Here.
That was a joke, though. That was
Okay,
a
shut
joke.
All right, I'm like,
He like what? He like what he talking
hey,
about?
hold on. Was this in the script?
Yeah, we
Hit
talking
that
about.
like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make
Okay.
sure you hit that bell.
All right. Let's run it. Let's run it.
Yeah,
All
run
right.
it.
Hey, yo. No, hey, for real, shout out to Best Way to Smoke podcast. Check them out on Instagram. Make sure you guys tap in with them. Serpo and Big J up in the building, doing their thing, man. Much love to them. Catch them at Smokin-Loud this Saturday. Make sure you guys just tap in with us. And Kush Jenner, I ain't gonna forget about her. So we doing our
Bam,
thing.
bam, bam,
And
bam.
listen, if y'all want me to be a twerk contest judge,
Ooh.
hit the like, blow up Smokin-Loud's Instagram.
Oh, I thought you were
know
gonna
what
say
I'm
something
saying?
else.
No.
I thought she was about to say,
Nigga, that's-
y'all want me to turn up.
He like,
Have the bottles ready.
I'm finna say Best Way to Smoke. We bringing it home for sure.
oh, everything.
Bring-
Hey, you guys gonna sponsor your model
Nigga,
ready?
I see, look, no, see,
Stop. I'm trying to be a
He look
judge.
like nigga.
Okay. Hey, Kush Jenner in the building as a judge. All right, we got that.
That's
It's all-
it.
That's it. That's it.
It.
Oh man, but look.
Hey, shout out. Go ahead.
Yeah, much love, man, and man, tap in with us, man. Best Way to Smoke, Big J.
Serpo Jr. and Kush.
Let's go.
And make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man, and go on and tell a friend.
Smokin-Loud, man.
Yeah.
Mike Justice,
Thank you,
much
guys.
love.
Do me that.
Appreciate
baby.
that.
Yeah, that was dope, bro.